Angels and Demons, Heather here with another speed paint video. So this one is False Awakenings. I actually just found a whole bunch of my note cards of extra stories that I wrote down a while ago. So I'm now going to be going through those. So what I mean by False Awakenings is that I had this one weird dream. Now, because of how weird this dream is, I'm not going to include this in like a dreams video, but figured this one deserves one all on its own. Now, usually when I have nightmares, it's about ghosts or zombies. Not sure why I have nightmares about ghosts. Now that I think about it, I only had ghost nightmares whenever I was in my house back in Abby's Circle. You know what? Now that I'm thinking, that's for another video. Anyway, but there was this one nightmare that was just plain weird. Like every single time in the dream, I woke up in my bedroom and then something would happen. Like very second I would come out of bed, something weird would happen. Like I'm suddenly in the ocean and I'm drowning, and then next thing you know, I'm back in my bed, and then I'm hearing Maisie. Okay, so, and then I'm falling from the sky after I take a few steps out of my bed, and then it seems as though shortly after I would leave my bed, it seems as though whenever I would die in the nightmare, I would just wake up back in my bed again, but it seems as though every single time I would take a few steps out of my bed, something else would happen. It's weird. And the last thing that happened before I actually woke up was I got out of bed, cautiously looked around, took a few steps, managed to get to the door this time, but when I opened the door, there was Smiling Dog. That isn't a meme, or if you guys are aware of creepypastas, you guys know what I'm talking about or cursed pictures, you guys know what I'm talking about when I say Smiling Dog. Smiling Dog is there right in front of my door and lunges at me, and then I wake up for real. Not like again in my nightmare. For real, I am now awake. I'm no longer dreaming, but because of how I'm constantly getting these false awakenings because of this nightmare, I am not sure if I'm awake or not, so I'm very cautiously climbing out of my bed, and I'm also very cautious as I open the door and get extremely cautious as I'm walking down the stairs. Now, the thing to know about my family is that, well, my dad, he's a night owl, and in my house we have a theater room, and whenever my mom would go to bed, my dad would hang out in the theater room till he's ready to go to bed. So when I woke up, it was about time for him. He was still up. So as I'm walking down the stairs, I see that he's still in the theater room, and I ask, "Dad, am I awake?" And he just looks at me like, "Yeah, why?" And then I just sit down and I explain the whole nightmare I had, and he laughed. This happened back when I was in Arizona, and I was probably stressed because of something going on in school. But anyway, that was my weird false experience with false awakenings. I've had a few other moments where I would get like a jolting feeling, and then I would wake up or something along those lines. Like I feel like I'm falling, and I jump, and I feel as if I'm falling off my bed, and I wake up. I don't know how this happens. It's just weird, but that rarely happens. It rarely happens. So that was the only time that I've ever had like false awakenings. Now, if any of you guys are wondering, I've never had a moment of sleep paralysis, but there have been times in my nightmares when I mute. Like, no matter how much I try, I can't get a word out of my mouth. So, yeah. Well, that's me pretty much talking about a weird nightmare I had and explaining a few other nightmares I might have had. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you hope you enjoyed me talking about that story. Have a good day, and may angels be with you.